Oh, Las Vegas hosting the big one Saturday night. Unbeaten Terence "Bud" Crawford will defend his WBO welterweight title for the 5th time against Showtime Shawn Porter, who's looking to become a 3-time world champion. You know, ESPN rankings has Crawford number 2 welterweight in the world behind the unified champ Errol Spence Jr. Porter ranked 4th. Today, the press conference with Joe Tess.
I respect everything that Shawn do. Like I said, you know, Shawn is athletic. He can box, he can bang, he can, you know, move around in the ring. You know, he can cut corners and take angles. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't respect anything that he do. I just think I do a lot of things better than Shawn.
Go ahead, Shawn. You with a mic in your hand, I love, so go for it.
Because this is why this fight is so great for the world of boxing and for TV. I would say the exact same thing he said, and I believe it.
I do too. Hey, the champ is here. ESPN boxing analyst, former WBO welterweight champion Timothy Bradley joins us now from Vegas. Okay, Desert Storm. I find this fight so fascinating because you got Shawn Porter, who has fought just about every top welterweight in the world, and Bud Crawford hasn't at 147. So what do you think will be the determining factor then in this fight?
Well, first of all, let's talk about that press conference real quick. I'm going to let you guys know right away, that press conference was boring. That's not the way you sell pay-per-views at the end of the day, first of all. And secondly, I promise you that the fight's going to be better, a lot better. It's going to be a war because of the temperament of both these guys. Not the style, the temperament. Both these guys have savage personalities, and they're going to bring it into the ring Saturday night. You know, Terence "Bud" Crawford, he can't afford to lose this fight because then he'll be off the pound-for-pound list, and everybody's going to say, I told you he wasn't as good as you thought he was. And Shawn Porter, if he doesn't win this fight, it could very well be the end for Shawn Porter. The end, and he'll be probably doing the same thing I'm doing right now, commentating boxing. It's a must-win fight for both guys, and it's going to be a must-see event.
No, I agree with it. You know, Porter says he's going to be the first to not only beat Crawford, but stop him. Crawford told me he's going to make a statement by knocking out Porter. Do you see this fight going the distance?
First of all, I don't think that Shawn Porter is going to knock out anybody. He hasn't had a knockout since 2007, and there's no disrespect to him at all. But Terence "Bud" Crawford, you know, the harder you fight a guy or a guy at your status, an elite fighter, it's hard to knock a guy out. But I think that there is going to be a knockout late in this fight, and I think it's going to favor Terence "Bud" Crawford. You know, when I look at Shawn Porter, I thought this fight was 50-50. But when I went into the lab and I really dissected both fighters, Crawford can do everything that Porter can do on both sides of the table, meaning that he can press forward, he can fight off the back foot, he can also fight out of the southpaw stance and move forward and backward as well. So what is it that Shawn Porter can do to beat this Terence "Bud" Crawford? I just don't see it, guys. There's no disrespect to Shawn Porter. I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. I'm not saying it's going to be a boring fight. It's going to be a fantastic fight because Shawn Porter is tough. He's durable. He's hungry. And I can tell you this, Crawford has never been in the ring with anybody that wants it just as bad as he does on Saturday night.
He's our boxing analyst, Tim Bradley. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, WBO welterweight champ Bud Crawford taking on Shawn Porter. Prelim starts 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, ESPN 2, ESPN Plus, followed by the main card, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, ESPN Plus, pay-per-view in English and Spanish.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.